The Lynx are at the Sun. Nafisa Collier is going to miss this game. I did see that news come in while we were kind of on the air here. The Sun are down. The Sun are still. That made them go up a little bit, I think. Here, 12-point favorite. Total 161.
All right. It's kind of one of these that I've been, watching these early WNBA games. And when these early games occur,
Oh,
they don't score, Ramon. They just don't score. I'm going to go ahead and take the under here in this one. Out of the last 6 tries, these have gone under in these early mornings. The ladies just don't score the points on these tired legs. So I'm going to go under. It looks like it gave me an extra point there. I saw it at 160 this morning. Now I'm at 161. Still taking the under, even though all my notes say to go over. All of them do, but I'm taking the under. That's going to be my play.
okay. Well, fair enough. I mean, we've been kidding around.
It's like a blind under for me. We're just doing it.
Well, look, there are some games where they do. We've had some 190s and stuff like that here sometimes of late, but I'm not sure I have quite a feel for this necessarily for this one on the total. But I think Connecticut, they might roll here. I like what they're doing right now. Connecticut looks like a bit of a runaway favorite, but
I guess yeah. I mean, yeah. Thomas is like, it's not early. It's noon, and it seems like if it's like 2:30 or less my time, it's one of those that they trend under.
1:00 Eastern, a day game. I think when we're talking day game and night game, it's a day game. 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central, but 1 p.m. where they will play this game. It is a 1 p.m. start. So I'm going to play Connecticut here. I'm going to lay 12 points against Minnesota. Like I said, Collier will miss this one. And I still want to give the Lynx some credit for how well they've played here. But all of a sudden, Connecticut, they've been, I don't want to say overlooked, but like I said, they lost. They were the ones that lost some personnel here. How were they going to do it? And right now, Connecticut has won 6 of their last 7 games. Minnesota's done well to win 4 of their last 5 games, but they've been failing to cover a little bit. They played some weak teams in there too. I'll take the Sun. Mindy's on the under here in this one. Mystics and Dream. Now the Dream are now favored by 7.5. This one's been just a runaway favorite. I mean, how high can it go? Everybody knows the Mystics are just they're bombing right now, unfortunately, because of their personnel issues, and just seems like there's no end in sight. But it is causing these spreads to go higher and higher at this point.
Well, I mean, I see it though with their personnel issues. In the first part of those folks being those 2 to 3 players being out, they did well and they covered. So far on the back half of these players being out, it's one of those that they haven't been playing well. But I think the Mystics are gonna. They really got embarrassed last time. Like I said, none of those gals should have got paid if they can't score, over 70 points a game. I think they came in at 56. That's embarrassing. I think they're going to go ahead and look to rebound here. They won that initial one like 109-86. Mystics are 5-2 against the spread in Atlanta. I'm going to go ahead and go back on the Mystics here, getting the 7.5. Hoping the Hawkins has a good day. I mean, I think it comes down to we're not probably going to get the ball inside. I think those shooters, most of the weight are going to fall on their back. So that's where I'm going to go in this one. I'm taking the Mystics, going for it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, plenty of issues with the personnel. They should score more. I'm gonna be in. They better score more. They better try to have some production. I think Atlanta could actually have a pretty big game here in this one. So, but Mystics better come along for the ride. No, I agree with you. I think Hawkins, can have a great matchup here in this one, but I worry about someone like Sykes who needs to step up the scoring big time, and you're going up against the likes of Gray. That looks tough to me. So I'm going to go over in this one, despite what happened. I think I lost that last Mystics game because of their poor offensive.
I did. I know that for certain.
So I'm going to try the over here in this one. With Washington, Atlanta, Mindy will take these points. Not interested in Washington right now. They are broke. They're broken. I get it. It's got to end somewhere, and this line's only going to go higher, I would think. Seeing some 7.5 now. I don't know. Could it be 8? Could be. So let's see. Catching up here in the chat a little bit. Let's see. The dream for butterscotch. Zordon's here today. Hello, Zordon. Verley says go under. Verley says dream, though, and Blake says dream. Lots of dream. Yeah, Thomas. Elena Deladun, she's one of the best players in league history. She's she's had some injury woes over the last couple of seasons, and she's a veteran that is been playing quite a number of years. Australian superstar, just to be quite fair, but also missing some other pretty good players like Austin, Atkins, Tolliver. Some have been out longer than others. Sue likes the under in the Mystics game. Tim says got a good line here, no doubt about it. Yep. How about that, Jacoby?
The Mystics.
Arnaz, we did that with baseball.
What do I think about baseball? Like, just what do I think overall? I think I feel like these lines are just too high today. That's what I think.
Boy.
These totals, that is. These totals, I think they're too high.
Oh, okay. Here's a Storm and the Fever. All these games are taking place with 3 at the same time at 4 Eastern and 1 Pacific here. The Fever favored by 3.5. The total's dropping here, 162.5.
Geez, Ramon. I mean, the Fever to me have kind of been letting things kind of slip away from them sometimes here lately. The Storm just beat up on the Sky to end their 10-game losing streak. So maybe they could play well on the road here. Boston, don't you think she's looking tired lately? I feel like she's not getting up and down the court, Ramon. Seattle here scoring 80 points a game. The Fever scoring 76 points a game. Storm 4-1 in their last 5 road games. They do cover spreads. We talk about that they have these big second halves. I'm not sure Boston can keep up today. I'm going to go with the Storm.
Maybe, the situation, things like I wouldn't say hitting the wall, because certainly at this point of the season, you're playing just as many games as you did in college. Now, granted, you are playing at the professional level, a little bit different here. I think the move is on the Storm here. I like the Storm here in this one with you. So we got one.
Hey, are we doing it? All right,
Yeah,
here we go.
For sure.
13th play of the day on the Storm. +4-ish.
Yeah. Well, look, Indiana, they've lost what? Oh gosh, I mean, they are on a bit of a streak right now, right? 11 of last 12, is that right? Wow. Seattle hasn't been much better. I get it. I mean, this is the bottom feeder game of the day. So Seattle's covered the spread in 4 of their last 5, though. So let's take them here +3.5. I think they could win this one outright.
Sure.
Today, I figure it's just going to come down to the wire. And this total has dropped considerably. And I saw as high an opener of 167. And I don't think the move is wrong. Got to be honest. You want a game in the 150s. You might be looking at it here, actually. I'm not sure I can pull off the premium losing that much value. I usually draw the line. Does feel like it's going to be under City. These two teams are under in 7.
You got some folks here liking the under as well. Yeah.
7 of the last 8 meetings. I'm not so hot on series when it comes to this league. but there might be some to that one. Here with the Storm and the Fever, it's Storm in the under. Tim said he got the 4 points. Thomas likes the under as well. All right, you guys, we're on the Storm here in this one. Fever under first half for Blake. Okay. Phoenix and Chicago got some disappointing news certainly yesterday with the fact that Brittany Griner will miss this one and the next one. Going to take a couple of games off to refresh. Chicago now up to 7.5, probably a little bit based on that news, even though we heard that information come out yesterday. I don't know. She was having some fun by the pool. I saw that, so don't know how much that affects, but maybe you need to spend another couple more days out by the pool before you get back to action, especially when you're the Mercury and not having a great season, and she's carried so much of the load. So not gonna, be too upset with this situation, but a little bit disappointing. Sky 7.5, total 154.5.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going, right? Mercury, they're not really good to begin with, and now they're going to be out there without Griner. To me, that gives the edge then to the Sky. The Sky averaging 78 points a game, 42% shooting, with Cooper leading the way, averaging almost 19 points a game, 5 rebounds. I think the Sky here, I think they cover. I think it'll be close, but I like the Sky.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I don't know. It might be getting too high, a little too high.
It's close to getting too high for me, Ramon. I tell you that.
Okay. Well, Phoenix isn't fixing anything right now. That's the problem. I think for me at this point is the fact that you're still looking at a team that's winning only about 27% of the games, and now with Griner out. That hurts. That hurts big time, especially a team like Chicago that can have a player, like Williams. That's really going to help her big time. So I'm going to go under 154.5. Boy, a lot of signs point to the under in this one. The steam came in on the under, so that's a low number, but I really feel like. No doubt. Phoenix has gone under in 6 of their last 7, and Chicago's gone under in 5 of their last 7, and the under is hit in 5 straight meetings between these two teams. So I'm going to try the under here as a free play. I mean, I think I've missed out on a couple of points here, but the chat, are they invested at all in this game?
A little bit. We got a couple folks. Sue likes the Sky and the under.
Okay,
I mean, that's pretty much it, I guess. Agrees with our plays. And Blake, he says, take the Sky the first half.
Thanks, Berkey. Good to have you today, Sky. First half. Yep. Okay, you got it.
Oh, Jacoby. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sky, money line.
Okay. What's that, about 320 or something here? 300? Okay. That's fine. I'll take the under in this one. Mindy's on the Sky. Well, okay, maybe we'll get one here. Liberty and Sparks. The Liberty 8.5, 168.5. Poor Sparks.
Poor Sparks. Well, I don't know what to think. The Liberty, I don't know if they just had a bad game with those back-to-backs, but again, we had the Lynx in that one, and they
had them
all over Liberty. We talk about it every time. It seems like that the Liberty, they tend to let teams just kind of hang around in there. Suddenly, I feel like the Sparks have a spark. Ramon, they're getting it done. I'm going to go ahead and take the Sparks today and these points. Steam coming in on the Sparks.
Okay. I don't know if the Sparks have a spark, but I don't know. I'm going to take them with you here. I feel like maybe a little bit too much respect. Look, Liberty, whatever reason, they didn't have a good performance there at all against the Lynx. Made us look good. I mean, I think there were some signs there maybe that the Liberty could be slipping here. They're not covering spreads at all. They failed to cover in 7 of their last 9. But don't worry, because the Sparks don't cover any spreads either. I think they're 1-9 against the spread in their last 10 games. And they've lost 8 of 10. Liberty, that was a surprise that they lost that, because they've won 8 of 9 on the road. They've done very well, but at 8.5, I know it was 9.5.
The Olave Garden has currently joined us. I love that name. That's good.
Are you kidding me? I see that.
Olave Garden. I love that. Very clever.
Okay,
I wish I was that creative. I only came up with the 2 old ladies at that. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't know.
Let me get into the chat here and check that out. Okay, Sparks plus the points for Blake. Thomas says Liberty on the money line. Might as well play a parlay today. Top 4 minus 410. Sparks and way over. How about that? This one's definitely been moving higher on the total. I wasn't necessarily sure what to do on the total, although these 2 teams do kind of go over. Yeah, I don't think I could put Olave Garden's comment on the screen because it's a little bit.
We need to work on spelling. I know we have to do that with Brittany Griner or some as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I do appreciate the contribution, certainly. I know that's a common tease there for some people about but no, I don't think she is back. So in this one, let's take the Sparks. Why not? I think Jordan Canada has a pretty easy time of it here. Ionescu not playing any defense at all. Mike says take the Liberty though. And speaking of bad defense, the LA has plenty of problems. So I'm sure that Laney can have a pretty strong game here. Even Johannes, even she can probably have a pretty good game here. LA's getting pretty thin in the guard department right now with Shanae still out and Lexi's out. So. Okay, one more. We've been here 2 hours. We got to go. We got to get these plays in. Dallas, Las Vegas. I don't think we forgot to mention, or maybe the Aces hadn't played, but it is really a bummer that Candace Parker right now, there's no timetable on her return.
That was weird because I never really knew that the injury, occurred, and then suddenly, she's out indefinitely.
Right. Apparently she had been playing with discomfort and thought that maybe she could do it, but had to draw the line finally to try to make it back, because I think there's 7 weeks left, whatever. It's like now or never if you're going to have to try to get back to the playoffs. I mean, you could try to make it, but you got to make it 7 weeks with some injury like this. She's an aging player. Certainly there's no guarantees here at this juncture, but the plan is to get her back hopefully before the playoffs. So we'll see on this one. Look, the Aces got steamed here, Mindy. They're still the Aces. They're favored by 10. Dallas. Look, we've done well with Dallas. I mean, they've been our darlings a little bit here, but even without Parker, man, the Aces are still. We think of them in their scoring, but they really will clamp you down.
Well, that's a thing, is that with the Aces, they still like to play some defense. The Wings like to play defense too. And then you also have this alternate universe where both of these teams, usually score in the 80s, or if it's the Aces, they're usually scoring in the 90s. But I don't think that's going to be the case today. I'm going to still go under this total. I know that total kind of keeps going up, but I think this becomes more of a defensive game here today. I'm not sure who wins this. I have it close, but I know I've been burned with this Aces team way too many times trying to be on the the Wings getting some points. I know the Wings got them last time. There might be a little bit of that revenge factor in there. I'm going to go a defensive game today. I'm going to hope the Aces don't get to their average of 93 is kind of what I'm hoping for. And I'm going to go under the total.
You have it you mean you have it when you were rating the game close, like a toss-up, or
I
against
have
spread?
kind of a 1-point game, but
A
I don't really
one-point game,
believe this 1-point game,
not a
Ramon.
one-point game against the spread, like the Aces are going to win by
I
12.
mean, like the Aces win this game by 1. That's kind of how I
Okay,
have it
well, I'm
modeled
not going to
out.
say that Mindy's given us the total here on this game, and I'm not going to, grab Mindy's premium picks. I don't know what's going to happen here, but if she's got a 1-point game, I don't want to give it away. Let's take the under. I love the under in this game. I mean, how can you not? The Aces have up and down the lineup. They're just, look, Wilson, she takes plays off. Okay, but I don't have a problem with that because she gets everything done. So no big deal. I mean, I know she's going up against Howard, and Howard can match up with Wilson. Look, I like Howard in that matchup, but everywhere else, I mean, still should be a problem even for the good Dallas players. I mean, Dallas is all of a sudden in the Western Conference. You look at the Aces, but watch this Dallas team. They're 14-10. They got players. Look, Sabali, Agunbowale. They all can. McCowan. We know McCowan's a favorite of the chat. They all can play, and I don't know why the Aces have taken this team here necessarily. Let me check the injury report real quick before we get out of here. Okay, no, there's nothing happening on that.
I just think that, kind of what I remember last is the Wings not playing so good, right? Like that's their last game. The Wings didn't play so good, or not as well as I had anticipated they would. How about that? And so it kind of bothers me a little bit here in this one because I know what the Aces can do.
Yeah, but they haven't necessarily been doing that. And
Yeah.
again, nothing to be made about the other situation with the Aces with Raquana Williams. She hasn't been playing, so she's off the team. I mean, she's probably out of the league at this point. It was her second incident of domestic
What the heck?
abuse. So she's done. She wasn't even playing. I don't think she's played all year. So that's not part of it. Candace Parker is the big part of it. So that's the funny thing for me is that Parker, out. Aces take the steam. They're still favored. They're still the Aces. Okay, I get it. They've got great defenders, but Dallas does produce a lot. I'm still going to go under with you here. I do agree. I mean, the Wings have had their share of unders this season. We think of them as a high tempo team, but I don't know. They've been going over of late. Las Vegas under in 10 of their last 15 at home. I'll take the under with you, Mindy. We got 2 WNBA plays, I believe. Three with our heavy action. Okay.